Hello there beautiful people, and welcome back again to on our channel. For people that don't know, my name is Enes. I'm working for you. So if you have any questions and video requests, make sure to drop on below in a comment. I will be happy to make a video for you. And for people that do know, welcome back, and please bear witness with that because I made over 300 videos so far in Shopify customization. They were mostly requested by you guys, and I know some people not even subscribers, but I'm fine with that. I still make the video for them, so don't hesitate, man. If you have any video requests or any questions, just drop me a comment below. I will be happy to provide you information you need or even make a video for you. And yeah, you don't have to subscribe, or maybe now you should consider doing so, because if you don't, you lose. Now is a very different chapter on this channel. I usually share small customizations, but now we'll be sharing complete sections and widgets, highly customizable, to make a Shopify store very unique and professional, without having to rely on those expensive teams or hiring these expensive developers, or even worse, paying for those monthly subscription applications that will drain your money, and it's not a very good idea for long-term projects. But I'll give you a better deal. Scroll down to the channel, check out the videos and sections I'm sharing, and I'll let you decide, and I respect your decision. But for now, let me show you how to add product filters on your Shopify store by using the normal ones, as well as by creating new custom filters by using the metafields. And no worries, it sounds complicated. All my tutorials are simplified to the max. If you are a subscriber, you already know this. It's very easy to follow along with my videos, and you will see that in a couple of seconds. And without any more talking, let's just jump to it. As you can see, this is Shopify down theme. I always start with completely new theme, nothing on it. In each video I add small customizations. About the video like 70 or 60, the theme will be completely different. For example, check out this 3D section, split section, and I got really good feedback about this as well. And also, check out this scroller logos with the fade at the corners, looks very professional. Or even better, check out the recent sales on your Shopify store by using your own custom code, and it's highly customizable. Or actually, you want to see something that will make you more money? Check this out. As you can see, I have 5 products, 6 actually, products added to the cart, and I didn't check out yet, right? And this is the mouse cursor. I will act just like I want to leave or close the page, and this thing will show up, which is an abandoned cart pop-up reminder that will remind the user how many products he added to the cart and he didn't check out, and it's triggered when the user trying to leave. And I got amazing feedback on this actually. I'm very happy that I shared this because it helped many people reducing their abandoned carts. But again, I'll let you decide. Yeah, I know, custom filters for the products. No worries. Let me close this one and let me access a collection page so we can do demonstration on it. Let me access it from the header in here. And let's just access this tech accessories. I have many products in here, and this is the filters as you can see. And if you notice, once I hover over it, it shows the drop down. Because this is the second video I'm doing on custom filters. I already made a video and I also showed how to make the filters show up on hover, and also remove the underline that shows up below the title for the filter. If you are interested in that, check out the channel, that video I already posted. But in this video, we will create again custom filters, and also we will create them by using the metafields, which is very flexible if you want to create very specified filters. And as I said, it's very simple, no worries. I do simplify my tutorials to the max. So we will keep this page open, do the trick, come back and see it in action, and get back to Shopify dashboard. If you are already in Shopify dashboard, click on below the apps. You will see add on the left panel. Simply click on it and it will show you this prompt right here with some popular Shopify apps. And simply click on the one at the bottom of the prompt which says Shopify App Store. Simply click on it and it will open up a new tab and take you to the Shopify App Store. Yeah, remind me next time, no worries. And here we go, we are on Shopify App Store. And in here we need to find a specific application. To do so, simply use the search bar right here at the top of the page, sorry, and simply search for search, search and discovery, and you will see this application right here called search and discovery. Click on it and you should be the first one. It should be the first one in here with this icon, or actually make sure it says by Shopify, because this application is available provided by Shopify and completely free as well. So simply click on it, then it will show you an install button, then click on install, and it will be installed on your Shopify account. It will first actually show you this prompt so you can install it, then click on install, give it a couple of seconds, and it's already added as you can see. So on the dashboard, it will show you some search performance like clicks and so on from the search engine. And the next thing we're going to do is, because we need to create filters, and from the left panel, I think you see here it says filters. Simply click on it and it will show you the filters that's already available on your Shopify team. Actually, Shopify's account, because this is based on the account, not the team in specific. So in here already I have availability, price and size. To add a new filter, simply click on add filter and it will show you this source selection right here. So you can select the filter source. If you click on it, it will show you a lot of options in here, and those options are based on the products that you have on your Shopify store. For example, I have some lamps or like lights, LED lights, and it will show me lamp power, as you can see, which based on the product option. And I also have clothes, shirts and stuff. That's why it's showing me here color, which is product option as well. So this is based on the product variants that you have and the other options that's available for each particular product. So if you want to create a new filter, simply select which type you want and click on color. Then it will search through all your products and list all the colors across all your product variants in this list right here, as you can see. So this list of colors is based on the products I have on my Shopify store. If you want to create like custom group based on the filters, you can select the ones that you want to create on a custom group filters, then click on create group, as you can see. But in my case, I'm gonna keep them all in one filter. Then simply click on the last one that says save, the last button in here, simply click on it and it will add this filter to your Shopify store. Now, if we get back in here, you will see added right here color. And if I get back to Shopify collection page and reload the page, and here it is, as you can see. And also once I hover over it, it shows the drop down for the colors. And what if you want to add a custom one based on some specific things that you don't have on the variants? No worries. That's exactly what I'm about to show you next. The next thing you're going to do is get back to Shopify dashboard, then simply navigate to the settings at the bottom left corner right here. It says settings, simply click on it. And it will show you all the settings on your Shopify account. And in here above the language, you will see metafields and meta objects. This is exactly what we need. Simply click on it and it will show you the settings with the products or collections, blog posts, everything that can be created using the metafields. And as you can see, there is a huge list here. Simply select products because we want to create filters for products. Click on products and it will show you all the available metafields that's already been created in case you did create one. Sometimes some applications will create some metafields automatically. You don't have to do them manually, so you might find them in here. And the next thing you're going to do is click on add definition right here. Simply click on it and it will show you some options in here. The first one is the name, so you can name the metafield. So the name should be based on the purpose you want or the filter you want to create. In my case, if you check on the collection page, as you can see, I have many products that has to do with jewelry. As you can see, this one is gold, this one is a gemstone, this one is silver. I think I have some of them silver. Yeah, here is one silver necklace. So I will create a custom filter that's based on the necklaces, as you can see, and some jewelry. And in my case, then I'm gonna name it metals. So I'm gonna type in metals, just like you see, then click on the name you type in and you will see this name or key for the metafield. And the next thing is the description. So just type in description like anything. So next time we get back to the metafields, you can understand which metafield is for. So metals for necklaces, just for demonstration. And below, select a type and make sure to select the thing that has to do with the metafields you want to create. In our case, we want to create a filter, so I'm going to select single line text because it's based on a text. And in your case too, if you want to create filters, then make sure to select single line text. Then I'm going to keep one value. I don't need the list of values. And below, if you want to add some validations, I don't need that. Also, I think you don't need that if you want to create collection filters. Then scroll down a little bit and make sure to enable this first option right here, which says use a filter on product and the admin IPE. So make sure to enable this option. It's very important because we're gonna use it next to add the filter. Then click on save button. Now the metafield has been created. As I said, make sure to copy this because we're gonna get back to it. Then now simply navigate to the products that you want to include in the specific filter. In my case, as I said, I want to use it on necklaces, so I'm gonna use this one first. I have actually to do this on all the products I want to create in the filter, but in my case, I'm gonna do demonstration just for this one. So pretty gold necklace. So I'm gonna search for pretty, and here it is, pretty gold necklace. And if I scroll down a little bit, I will see an option in here which says metafields right here and below the metafields, and here is metals. And this is the option I did create, right? So in here, I'm gonna type in, this necklace is gold. I have the other one silver, so I'm gonna type in here gold. Now I'm gonna click on save. I actually have to do it on other products too. Let me do that and fast forward for you guys. Okay, so now I added around 3 or 4, I don't remember. So after you did add the meta field for each product that you want to add in the custom filters, simply get back to the application in here. No, not add. Click on apps right here. It will show you the applications, and click on search on discovery and navigate to the same place, which is filters, where we did create the first filters. And after that, click on add filter again. And if you click on select source, you should see the custom meta field that we did create and add the custom meta fields to the product as well. You should see it in the list in here. And here is mine, as you can see. It says metals, as you can see, product meta field. If I select metals, it will display all the meta fields I added for each product. So I added 3, I remember now. So gold, silver, and gemstone. Now if I click on save, now it was created. Let's just get back to the filters, and here is I see it. Now if I get back to the collection page and reload the page and see if it will show up in here as well or no. So let's just reload the page, and here is, as you can see, metal. And again, once I hover, it shows the drop down. I don't have to click. If you are interested in adding this or removing the underline below the title once you hover over it, check out the channel. I already made a video on that. But for now, that's how you create custom product filters on your Shopify store without using any complicated code. And if you have any questions or any video requests, make sure to drop them below in a comment. But for now, I think my job is done. So thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.